This is Tom Fox. I'd like to welcome you to the newest addition to the Compliance Podcast Network, the Compliance Tip of the Day. This is the podcast where you bring you daily insights and practical advice on navigating the ever-evolving landscape of compliance requirements. Whether you're a seasoned compliance professional or just starting your journey, my aim in this podcast is to provide you with a bite-sized, actionable tip to help you stay on top of your compliance game. Join us as we explore the latest trends from the Department of Justice, share some best practices, demystify complex compliance issues to help keep your organization doing business ethically and in compliance, and at the end of the day, more profitably. Tune in daily for your dose of compliance wisdom. Let's make compliance a little less daunting, one tip at a time. Now a word from the sponsor of the Compliance Podcast Network, Ethico.
In compliance, the value of anonymous reporting is undeniable. But with Ethico, anonymity doesn't mean a loss of connection. Our blinded, two-way communication fosters an environment of trust and confidentiality, encouraging open and honest dialogue. It's not just about receiving reports. It's about understanding the story behind each one, creating a culture of integrity and respect. Transform your approach to anonymous reporting with Ethico. Begin your journey at ethico.com/CPN, where you can book a demo, access an exclusive white paper by Tom Fox titled The ROI of Compliance, and utilize our free ROI calculator.
Today on the Compliance Tip of the Day, we look at multiplying the influence of compliance. What if you could multiply the impact and effectiveness of your compliance program throughout your company? That would be a great boon to any compliance practitioner and compliance program. It is also something that is very possible by considering a 360-degree view of compliance communication using multipliers. Liz Weissman and Greg McCowan co-authored Multipliers, the book about various types of leaders. They focused on two different types of leaders, diminishers and multipliers. Multipliers are leaders who encourage growth and creativity from their workers, and diminishers are those who hinder or otherwise keep their employees' productivity at a minimum. These techniques are not only beneficial for every CCO, but for business leaders as well, for every compliance professional to more fully operationalize corporate compliance programs. They also help you to understand more fully the concept of 360 degrees of communication, because in every interaction, you can multiply the power of your communication by using a variety of simple and even straightforward tools. Multipliers increase often exponentially the intelligence of the people around them through communications. They lead organizations or groups and can understand and solve hard problems rapidly, achieving their goals and adapting and increasing their capacity over time. Diminishers literally drain the intelligence from a group. Some of the strategies the authors advocate are really quite straightforward, one of which is to lead by asking questions. Every question is answered by another question. This technique of leading with questions works with all types of multipliers. Now imagine applying this leadership technique as you try to more fully operationalize your compliance program. If you take this approach of leading by asking questions, you not only guide the functional unit, but you get greater buy-in to the entire concept and the process as it becomes the employee's process, not simply your process. The book concluded by challenging each of us to use multipliers to influence the way we work. Well, I would like to challenge compliance officers to use multipliers. Use those employees out there as advocates and ambassadors and as outsourcing resources to you. There are many people in your organization that will embrace the compliance ethos if you just give them the chance. This month's sponsor of the Compliance Podcast Network, including this podcast, is Ethico. Have you ever wondered about the ROI of your compliance program or had concerns with presenting budget proposals to your CFO? Well, I partnered with Ethico to write a white paper on the ROI of compliance and how you can think through compliance as an investment strategy. Ethico has put together a ROI calculator for you. Check them out on the website. This is Tom Fox again. This new podcast, Compliance Tip of the Day, will appear daily. And frankly, it's one of the most requested topics for a podcast that I get on a regular basis. It's going to be short and sweet with one tip with some takeaways that you can utilize to implement into your compliance program. If you've got a question that you would like a tip on, please submit them through our website, and we will use them in an upcoming episode. The compliance tip of the day is a production of the award-winning Compliance Podcast Network.